Welcome back, everybody. This is Brothermutant here. Today we're going to continue our journey to complete the Wizard's Apprentice Chapter 2, the Talisman the Eye. Now, if you recall in our last episode, not only did we beat the big bad orc infiltrator and taken him out and his little wizard too, we've moved on past that. Now, of course, we managed to get ourselves some decent gear, and I completely spaced it that I had to check to see if I have a better weapon. And Kral's Fang is better. Magical +2 magical damage, as well as being adamantine plus the fire, of course. Should beat this one, but the downside of it is this: if I equip it, you'll see that it's a two-hander. Right? So again, the downsides of one versus the other. A great sword versus the long sword. The wonderful thing, though, is we can, of course, hotkey them and swap between them as needed. So I may keep this one for the time being because it does give me an armor class bump versus this one here, which lowers me 4 points that way. My damage goes up considerably, and of course having adamantine could come in handy against some of those wizards out there that may have stone skin, greater stone skin, you know, those damage reduction spells that could be penetrated with an adamantine weapon. So we'll make sure that he keeps the weapon just in case, right? As far as everybody else, though, I was pretty happy with what everyone else has been rocking.
Yes.
My character, of course, has got all kinds of stuff going for them. Eventually we'll get around to selling some stuff off as we're starting to get a little full here in the bag of holding. As you see, we're already at 93 of 142, so you know, we're pushing our luck here. But we're still within reason of where we want to go. Now we're going to the forest. I don't remember what was supposed to be in the forest. In fact, let's look at our map real quick. We still need to go into the mountains. Okay, cave we got for resting. Entrance to the Valley of Grump, we've taken care of that. We have exit, of course, of the cave, which we've rested, so we have all our stuff. So let's go to the next area here. Alright, let's see. Where are we? Oh, no, we've already been here before. This is the trolls. Okay, cool. Alright, so now the only thing really left then would be two things then. One would be to go to the Svenborn, or whatever the hell the name of the town is, that has the fishermen. We need to go fight the Sawagan, and we need to, of course, fight the dragon. So I say we fight the dragon. We may not be maxed out for it, but with the team that we got now, we have enough cold resistance, and any cold attacks it does on us, we're going to be resisting quite a bit. Not a ton, obviously, but anything over 20 is going to get through, no problem. But I think if we plan this right, matter of fact, let's kick on our. Do I have them on? No, I do not. Okay, let's kick on our activating. Our little flight mode. I think that if we walk in there with enough manpower, which we have right now with the four of us, that we should be able to take this dragon. One of the better / worst things about these games is they really downplay the importance of dragons. We are being mugged. Where's my team? There you go, guys. You know what's the score. Alright, while you're doing that, I'm going to do the things that I probably should have done in the first place, which is buff myself and then him. Save on some spells here, doing a little sneak attacking. Speaking of which, come around here, buddy. Picking up loot. Anyway, as I was saying, one of the things that's great about this game, / bad about this game, is they underplay the importance of dragons. And while that doesn't sound like that would be a horrible thing, it kind of loses its flavor when a team of four that's as low level as we are. I mean, we're really not, 11 for levels here. To have a team of four take out any kind of dragon that's full grown is kind of silly. But it does allow us to advance the game a lot faster, so I'm not going to complain. Looks like our path is over here somewhere. There it is. Now, I don't know why we're getting mugged every time we take another step. It's entirely possible that the game is increasing the attacks based on stuff like I'm sorry, I'm just checking to make sure which one I want. Drawing hands, got these ones right, steady hands. There we go. It could be that the game is actually increasing the number of random attacks, because we have clearly been to those areas before. So, and that's okay, because I mean, it's one of those where you shouldn't, just because you walk through a zone, feel secure in the fact that the zone is now empty. And I'm fine with that. But we're all here. Before we go in, we'll do a quick buffing up with everybody here. Make sure that we got everything on that we want. Wouldn't hurt me to make sure that everybody's happy. Put the heroes on that guy. Yeah, I've really started to get a new profound love for things like heroism and greater heroism. And I say that because, oh baby, there's some of the buffs that you get from some of those things really rock.
Yes.
Check yourself. Give that one to him because you already get one. And things like conviction is another fine example. Massive save bump. I've been, let's give it to him. I really want his save to be through the roof because he will be doing the main fighting. Fast save. Don't know how long this is going to be till we get to it, so I'm not going to activate the 1 minute buffs if I can help it for now. But I feel good about that. The point I was making was we have a variety of spells that I've been neglecting, and some of it because of the fact that I didn't have access to them because the SOZ expansion for whatever reason was causing problems. I don't know why. But I've been dipping back into those spells now to refine my favorite Sorcerer's build, and things like greater heroism, conviction, what else do I? Recitation, I mean, are all good stuff. And I was seeing which ones stack, which ones don't, and as far as I can tell, just about every last one of them stacks. So the rare exceptions being ones like, what's a good example? Divine Power gives you a strength bump of +6, which is phenomenal. Gives you obviously extra attack bonus because of it. Also gives you, for melee, of course, also gives you extra damage for melee. And any bow that's got the attack, or the mighty, there you go, mighty attached to it. But it won't overlap with things like Enlarged Person or Stone Body, which gives you an increase to strength, or Righteous Might, which gives you a small increase to strength. So again, I have picked both of those spells, Stone Body, Righteous Might, and Divine Power. It's not that having all three on at the same time would be a bad idea. It's just don't expect your strength to be suddenly like 40 or something retarded. It'll only go up +6, which is the maximum any of those three will give you. But still, a lot of useful buffs that I've been neglecting. We're going to see if we can't learn a little more about this area before we go on any further. How we use this spell. Gather general information about the local area. Your heightened senses detect the life force of an old and powerful creature. You feel the creature turning its attention to you. It knows you are here. It begins to search your mind, but you terminate the spell before it can go any further. If you receive for learning about the fact that we're about to get our asses handed to us. Good work, team. Alright. Looks like we got some carcasses here. God, look at the size of that lizard. Ayala begins to look uncertain. Marin, do you think we're up to this? We just have to prepare appropriately. Looks to Blurred for support. Blurred appears pleased that you sought his help in this matter. We got a reputation about 95 of 100. Nice. Barry puts a reassuring hand on Ayala's shoulder. Do not be troubled, Lady Alcancer. We have battled many foes together, and we shall stand together against this one. You're damn right we will. But how does one even prepare to face something that can do this to a great ice lizard? I have read that the breath weapon of the white dragon is elemental cold, and that they are most vulnerable to fire. Bird nods. Yes, I have heard the same. We must ward ourselves against cold and attack the monster with fire. Yeah, hint, hint, wink, wink. Got some experience for that, too. Alright, let's see. Spells. I have some fire spells. Doing pretty good that way. And I'm pretty happy with that. And we got Alchemist's Fire. He has a fire weapon. Make sure that we got our cold protection on everybody. What's his? White dragon armor? Yeah, there's a nice 20 right there. I had mistakenly forgotten that one of the reasons he has this is because of the cold protection. Now, of course, that's being kicked beyond. We don't need it with these, but he does have haste. I keep forgetting that, I have buffs on some of these things that I need to activate. The extra cold protection that we get from here and here is useless compared to his white armor. And that's okay. I still want him being as high as possible, so I'm fine with that. I mean, I could have just as easily, though, given the booties to someone else. But he's up front. He's going to be doing most of the stabbies, so I'd rather it be on him. She has the other pelt for 20, and she's got plenty of gear to bump her up to make her feel competent. And her spells, of course, too. And we'll use a little flame strike, which is half fire, half divine damage. According to the tools, of course. And this character, he doesn't got much in the way of fire, but doesn't mean that lightning or electrical damage is useless against the target. He does have some cold resistance on the amulet. Still haven't gotten many rings for some reason. I don't understand what that's about, but whatever. I am happy that his health is up a little more because our constitution bump from the boots. And the frost giant strength, while you may think it's not that big of a deal, and it won't do squat for this attack, when he finally switches over to an actual weapon, like a short sword, that extra +4 to strength is really going to pop up another 2 points of attack as well as damage bonus. So, all good stuff.
Yes.
I will, having said that though, since he may get into melee, let's pass off just a couple of these Alchemist Fires for him. I'm planning on staying as far the fuck back as possible, I'll be honest with you guys. But this character could probably hotkey these for some quick setting on fire of a really nice weapon to help out with the damage. Alright guys, let's do this. Y'all feel pretty good about this, right? Oh look, they left a little blood stain on the ground for us to look at. That's sweet of them. Ew, gross. Alright, go on here. Just make sure there's nothing, some Dragon Slayer Sword of Doom just lounging out here somewhere. You never know, right? And the guy dropped it before he walked into the cave like a dum-dum. I don't want to be that same dum-dum. Alright, let's see what we got here. I think that was the entrance, and this is pretty much it. This is going to be the fight for the dragon.
Yes.
Everybody get up here.
I'm ready if you need me.
Let's do this. Where's Mr.
Yes.
Ring Boy? Let's see here. Right over your head there, buddy boy.
Yes.
Thank you. Alright. Looks like we got a saving spot. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Sounds like we're going to get our asses handed to. Alright. Where's that dragon? Oh, dragon. Where are you, dragon? We come to murder you. We want to be your friend. Have you seen my flame arrows lately? They are quite impressive. There's more dead money. Ooh, I see chest. That means the dragon loot is here. Outstanding. That's some extra money for us. Where the hell is Mr. Dragon? should, there we go. Ooh, looks like we're having an option.
I'll take the lead.
Come on. Come up to the dragon. Having said that, I think it's time to activate some stuff. Thank you.
Yes.
Never know, right? Have to bless on us, sweet pea. Alright, so good about that. What do you want, dragon? Oh, there you go. An enormous serpentine figure appears before you in the darkness. After meeting a devil from the abyss, facing monstrous trolls, thunder yetis, giants, and other terrifying beasts, you thought you would be ready for this. But I am. You were wrong. Oh, I was wrong. It takes all of your concentration and self-control to maintain your composure and keep your weapon in hand. The dragon prays to you for what it feels like ours. Do we have an option? Yeah, let's go for some intimidation. What the hell? We have come searching for the key to the deep frost, and we shall have it. It is your decision whether you will survive the transaction. The dragon listens to you with a look of incredulity, then rage. You are barely finished speaking before it charges. Defend yourself! Alright. Well, Larry, you know what to do, buddy. First off, you're shooting up the target.
You leave no choice.
Yeah, I left you a choice. You need to activate, what? Oh, let's do a little flame strike on his ass. And I like the blade barrier now. It is a wonderful move. He's already got his orders, and I will start with a wonderful 1-2 combo of Innervation and Isaac Missile Storm, couple of those, and a Scorching Ray. I'm on team. Whoa, knockdown. Okay. Yeah, this ain't no tough dragon. Push him off, team. You guys got this. Smacky, smacky. Zap. Roar! That's how you kill a dragon, everybody. The dragon roars mightily in death, and the entire cavern shakes. Rock and ice fall from the ceiling, and for a moment, you feel the ceiling will come crashing down on you. Continue. Look at what you have done. The mighty and terrible yet majestic beast lies still, its beautiful white scales marred by blade and spell. The beast was evil, there is no doubt of that, yet you still sense a feeling of loss by destroying something so beautiful. The feeling passes quickly, however, as you look up and see the dragon's treasure hoards. Yeah, hoard. With the dragon dead, you realize this would be a safe place to rest for a long time. Quickly build a fire and collapse to rest from the monumental battle. Yes, that's right. He's tired. Can't see nothing. Everybody got a level. That's pretty sick. White dragon hide, sapphire ring. Ooh, dragon hide. What is it? The piece of the hide from the white dragon exhibits a strong magical aura. I know what to do with magical aura. Where's my poo at? Poo! Unidentified cloak, you say. Where is my rod of awesomeness? Boo. I ain't stupid. Okay, the white dragon cloak gives me some deflection bump. As you can see here, if I take it off, it does nothing because I have stuff already on me that gives me deflection. What would that be? Not the armor, not the headband, not the bracers. Nope. Boots or dodge. It's gotta be a ring or a spell. Probably got a spell. Oh no, no. Here we go. Oh man, is that freaking awesome now. +5 deflection, +3 weapon immunity to knockdown. That's why I was keeping my footing while everyone else was falling on their ass. Go Winding River. Well then, having said that, maybe I'll pass this off to one of our teamies. He's pretty pimp. And this universal throw thing is kind of a lackluster bump. He doesn't need the ring of protection now. Which means I can give him a ring of protection now. Better than nothing. Not bad. What else would be fun? We got a silver ring, which is kind of stupid. Order of magic. Okay. Well, stuff. Weird stuff. Okay, so there's that. We've leveled up. We're not going to deal with that just now. We had a treasure hoard to look at. Where's my hoard? Your hoard. Come on, team. Everybody follow me.
I'll take the lead.
Alright, first off, did the dragon booby trap anything? Hey, smart guy. Just come over here.
Yes.
No? Unidentified longbow. To rod. That's got to be the rod for the deep frost. Yeah, baby. Oh, look at all those jewels. Miscellaneous object sounds cool. A chest here. Almost missed that. 9,743 gold. Yeah, dragon. And a corpsey. With the universal sword of awesome sauciness. I don't know what that means. Alright, did we get everything? Looks like we got everything. Okay. What about a map? What else might be in Dragon Horde?
Yes.
Hey. Your spells suck. Alright. Light me up, please.
I'll take the lead.
Thank you. Man, do I like that ring. I know it seems like a silly waste of money, but infinite light spells as well as the ability to be immune to poison. Well, you just can't go wrong with stuff like that. Looks like we ought to have a permanent rest spot here too. Yeah, we click on it to activate it. But that's pretty cool. Seems like a big dragon area though. Not much in it. Well, this will be a tale for the Elk Dancer tribe, huh? We just kicked the dragon's ass. Screw you guys. We're awesome. I wonder what else we could have found out from the dragon. It sounded like it wanted to talk to us. Oh well. Shouldn't have attacked me. Should just gave me what I wanted. Recognize how badass I am. It wouldn't have been a problem. Alright. Well, with that, say we got a universal sword that needs to be identified. We know how to do that. Boom. This sword is finely crafted made of a mithril. It's balanced and easy to use, allows any person to use it effectively, even if they are not accustomed to using such a blade. Boom. You found this blade in the lair of blah blah, the white dragon. The blade clearly was enchanted powerfully when it was originally made, but you sense that it has spent many years, possibly centuries, in the lair of Fizzy, and approximately to the powerful magical creature has imbued it with additional powers. You also sense a sentient presence within the... Oh, no way, a sentient blade. As though it has mind of its own. DM note, activate the item to try and to speak with it. Does some cold damage, regular sword, but they gifted it the ability where anyone can use it because it's a universal sword, so anyone at all can swing that bad boy. Nice. Cold damage, enhancement +3. So So plus 3 chance to hit, plus 3 damage. A little bit of cold resistance just for having it on you. On hit, unique power, level 1, whatever that means. Use, activate, unlimited uses. That must be to talk to it, which we'll do here in a moment. Ooh, what is the Iron Stone? Greatest Blue Sphere. Oh, no way. Hover on the head of you, granting enchantments contingent to their color. Plus 4 wisdom. Boom. Oh, I'm keeping that. I was going to say, I could pass that off to her. She'd be awesome. I'm keeping it. Screw you. That's that. And we have Feldarlen's Redemption. Feldarlen Lenoroleth was a ranger in the time of Mythdraenar's fall. He betrayed his people to an invading orc horde in return for a powerfully enchanted bow. During the following battle, he found his true heart and turned on the invading orcs, killing their king and driving them back into the mountains. He was mortally wounded during the battle, and his blood stained the wood of his bow, cleansing it of the dark orcish magic and redeeming it to a weapon of goodly magic. Very powerful goodly magic. Whoa. Attack bonus plus 6 against orcs. Could have used that a while ago. Plus 1 attack bonus, plus 3 attack bonus. Wait, what? That's gotta be a typo or something. This guy. Whatever. Plus 6 mighty. So if you have a plus 6 attribute bump from your strength, which means your strength that'd be 22 or higher, it would do 6 extra points of damage per arrow. It's unlimited lightning arrows, so it's already better than our lightning bow. Plus 3 enchantment to damage, so they do extra 3 points of damage anyway. Plus the mighty. Wow, that's a really nice bow. We're passing that off to our sharpshooter over here in the sky. Huh. Guess I'll keep that. Just to let out the dual rod. Yeah. That's not bad. Alright, let's level up, shall we? In reverse order. Alright, Mr. Construct. First off here, let's actually equip you with your now cooler bow. Oh, no way, you can't use it. Why not? Oh, martial or elf? Boo. Well, she can't use it.
Follow me.
Yeah. Oh, fine. You'll keep it. Maybe you might need it. You never know. Alright, anyway, we were leveling up our construct. You are going rogue. And you want a deity, buddy? Why not? Even mechanized whatever you jiggies totally deserve. Come on, number 5. Let's be alive. What do you got here? Well, a smart robot would probably go for the overgod of all gods, Ayo. Ayo is probably the one that he would probably pray to. I have a point to spend. I'm gonna get the wisdom. I like even numbers. I'm gonna get the wisdom up. We have flies, timbers, spots, sleight of hand, searches, move silently, open locks, hides, and disable device. Blind fighting is always a good one. I feel good about that. It's got a lot of good gravy in him with those little mittens of his. Sneak attacks up to a nice number 2.
Yes.
Alright, Sweet Pea. What do you know? You are a cleric, as we all know. I could put you into something else. Doom guys are all fun. Need lawful. I would need what? Oh, wrong beady. Haha. Divine champions are also fun, but she doesn't need any of this stuff. And lay on hands is kind of crappy unless you're going paladin too. Of course, the sacred defense is the extra bonus that you get from saves is kind of nice. There's really nothing else in there. War priest possibly. Yeah, I keep you going strong towards wisdom. Concentration, spellcrafts. A little tumble in you. Heal. Alright. What do you recommend? A minute healing. We don't really heal all that much with this character, truth be told. Blind fighting would be a nice one. She has other things that she could get though. Some extend spell wouldn't be horrible. Extra turning is also a good choice. Able learner. Let's get that able learner. Why the heck not?
Follow me.
You did not level. Why?
Yes.
Yes.
That was weird, guys. That's clearly a glitch. He is down
Follow me.
lots of points. Well,
I'll take the lead.
it's what it is, what it is. Sorry, Blader. I'm gonna leave you behind there, bro. But, lower. Okay. There's nothing I want you to be. Laura's been kind of slacking on it, I guess, because I've been upping the other stuff. Like move silently and hide. But we'll start working on it. Improved initiative. I have never understood what improved initiative does. If anyone knows better than me, by all means say so. But I'm more of a mind that spells that can be powered or maximized might be, you know, something I'd want to look into. Other spells that I've been finding lately, by the way, that are pretty awesome. Here, let's actually go to the ones that are missing. So these are basically the ones that I didn't have access to, guys. Because I went on my way to max everything out. So I was missing Blades of Fire, which, granted, for 2 rounds ain't stellar. But you don't have to cast it on yourself. You can cast it on someone else. All these orbs are a pimp. As you'll see, no save, no spell resistance. And they do decent damage, maximum of 40 for most. This one is misleading. That says 40 for sound. It's actually 5d6. All the sound ones are 2 points lower. So if it says, you know, 5d10 for the other ones and the orb of blah blah, it would actually be like 5d8 for the orb of sound. And I don't know why that is. Probably because sound's one of the least resisted spells out there, or damage types out there. So that's probably why. But still, that's pretty good advice, then I'd say. Night Shield, of course, is a nice, long-lasting, well, medium, long-lasting bump to your saving throws. When you finally level that thing up maximum, which is where we're at now, I could get a +3 to all my saves, or someone's saves. My target. Oh, actually, target is you. Sorry, save for the caster only. There are other spells. Animalistic Power, which is kind of like the watered-down version of your Bull Strength, Cat's Grace, and your Bear's Endurance. +2 to each of them. Same amount of duration. So instead of +4 for one, you get +2 for 3 things. Yeah. You know, like I say, I kind of like the fact that it gives you a across-the-board physical stat increase. It's kind of cool. Snake Swiftness is a piece of piss. I can't imagine anyone ever wanting this. You can't perma it. So for those of you that want to cheat around getting haste at level 2 and making it perma at level 8, which is the earliest I think you could perma something at 6 levels higher, you won't be able to do it. Blade Weave, never tried it, and you don't swing a sword long enough usually to have this be worth your while. Of course, these are ones that I didn't pick on purpose, but this is the new one again, the Snake Swiftness. I think Rage was there, but I didn't pick it. Weapon of Impact may have been there too. Can't remember. Basically, it's like a keen, but for a blunt weapon. Here's your other orbs, though. And again, if you see the 15d6 versus 15d6, they're all sound the same. These ones actually probably that 15d4 for the sound, orb of sound, which is fine. I mean, it really is. It's still a great spell. Reduce mass reduced person is a new one, I think, because reduced person was, and I already learned it. Orbs are all good though, because again, no save, and no spell resistance. The save only implies for this part not having the damage or anything like that. It's only for the second effect. So a successful fortitude save negates the second effect, but does not reduce the damage. So each one of these orbs has gotten different effect they've added to it. So if you see my orb of cold, creature struck by the orb takes damage and becomes blinded for 1 round. Acid makes them sick, whatever the hell that means. Electricity stuns them probably. Yeah. Tangled by the electricity, so basically a stun effect. Fire does what? Dazed. Sound does deafen probably. Yeah. So, little things that they added. Now I don't know if those actually fire because it looks like Cadron's pack has these same exact orbs and he added those specific effects to his. Why he needed to add them, maybe they weren't firing, so he made his own spell line, I don't know. But we are up to level 5 and I'm going to take some level 5 stuff. Firebrand is an awesome spell. When you have lots of bad guys, it's an auto hit move, or just everyone in the zone in the AoE effect. A ball is produced based on your caster level, 1 per every caster level if I'm not mistaken, is produced. And then it shoots the balls out, and 1 ball seeks out each target. It's kind of like a greater missile storm, but with fire. But each ball does up to 15d6 damage, which is huge, obviously based on caster level. So you can really safely target and hit every bad guy in an AoE area, as long as you have enough caster level to you, and do some hella damage, which is kind of sweet. Another one that I love is Cacophonic Burst, but it's not team friendly. I don't know if Arc of Lightning is. I think it might be. I think it hits enemies only, but I don't know that for a fact. Of course, Big B's interposing hand to give you some extra armor class, because it's basically the same thing as lowering the target's attack bonus by 10, giving you 10 armor class against that one particular target. That's pretty sweet, and it lasts a reasonable amount of time. Cloud Kill's good. Vitriolic Spheres for some acid. Mind Fog, if you're doing a lot of minus will, or will-based saves on your spells, getting them in a Mind Fog first and having the Mind Fog sap their will, basically lowering their will saves by 10, it's huge. And then hitting them with your spells that have a will roll to save against it could be massive. I've never tried the trick. I don't know what greater reduced person does other than probably better buffs or last longer. Don't particularly care. I never liked Class Doppelganger. It's a piece of piss. Its health is so low. You can heal the health, by the way. It takes basically it gives the quarter health of the target of whatever the health was when you attack them. So if you do it right at the beginning of the fight, if they have like 100 health, Class Doppelganger will have 25, a quarter of it. Then you can heal that up to 100, if I remember correctly. But they die so quickly anyway, it's not worth it. And if you've wounded the guy to say 10 health and then cast this spell on him, the guy will show up with 2.5 health, which will be a piece of piss. He'll die like in the first swing. So, nothing stellar. And there's not a lot of spells in here that I'm looking at going, woo, boy, do I really want that. I guess I do like this. I do want to try Arc of Lightning, though. I never really get to try cool stuff. Alright. With that, I don't know why Blairdrick did not get his spells, or his upgrade, I should say. And did I get... Alright, go any further. I upgraded this. I think that upgraded as soon as we leveled up. So that's a pretty nice bump for me still. Let's see. Limp 2. I'm loving those Scorching Rays more and more, don't get me wrong. Can you cast mirror image on it? No, it's gotta be yourself, huh? Okay. Oh, what do I want? Blindness, deafness on the target. Come in handy. Fortitude negates, though. We're fighting a lot of tough stuff usually, so that's kind of useless unless it's a wizard. Combust is great, but it requires we get up in their business. Firebase is good, but again, not team friendly. Let's grab a Gust of Wind. It may knock our teammates down, maybe, but it also, if we get like a poison cloud in our face, that we can also blow that shit away. I'm okay with that. So level 4, I can use some other sweet loving. And again, now that we've added in power spell, you see we have a whole new list. And now remember, what power does, it doesn't say anything in the tooltip. The tooltip reads the same, but what power does is it takes the damage and rolls 1.5, or multiplies it by 1.5. So if you did 40, it would be doing 60 of damage. That's a big increase. Now it could just as easily roll 4 and then do 6. Woo. So grain of salt. But You know, for something like Gedley's would do 5 to 30, times that by 1.5, the maximum 30 goes to 45 as an AoE move. But for a level 4 spell, we got all kinds of good AoE moves. I mean, really, Ice Storm still would trump the shit out of that. Matter of fact, I'm missing Ice Storm. Let's grab it. I'm going to grab my 2 new spells, of course, but we'll grab something that's extended, perhaps. Innervation is always fun. Ever's Black Tentacles are mean. Power Flame Arrow. Oh, boy. And I shoot a lot of those things. So in 4 to 24, would become 6 to, what, 36 per arrow. And I shoot like 5 of them bad boys now. 4 or 5? 4. I think I'm at 4. That's pretty sick.
Yes.
The Righteous Might. This is what I was telling you guys about. By the you get to your strength and constitution bonus and blah blah blah. You also get a penalty to your attack bonus because of your size, but it's offset by the +2 that you get from the +4 strength, assuming we're doing melee. So there's all good reasons to take this spell. The DR, of course, being another fine example. But there's other ones that I like in this spell line as well. This one here, a lot of people may not think that Slay Living is all that great because you have to touch the target, if I'm not mistaken. You have to walk up and touch them. You're already a cleric, you're already fighting up in their face anyway, so this spell's not that big a deal. For those wizards and sorcerers and non-fortitude saving bastards out there, save or die is a great move, and even if they don't die from they make their save, it still does 3 to 18 points of damage plus 1 per caster level, and I have tested this. The caster level, like you can go up to level 30 cleric if you run a straight cleric. At 30 plus that, really. So we're still talking you're doing 48 points of damage even if they save. And while that's not stellar, it's negative energy. Again, one of those that's not resisted all that much in the world. So don't do it against undead, obviously. But it's still a good spell. I still like Slay Living. I didn't include it because there's still other good stuff in here. Flame Strike's dangerous because we can hurt ourselves, but only with the fire half. Battle Tide is retarded. I'm starting to really love this spell, and there's another good one in there too. What was it? Prayer's great. Recitation's great. Where is that one at? Right here. It's phenomenal. Cascade's even fun. It does sonic damage. It doesn't say it, but it's sonic damage to the targets. So again, good spells. Well, let's see, what do we got here? We got a level 6 something here, right? Bladeberry's been doing great for me. Thank you again for that suggestion, sir. We'll grab... Undeath to Death is another one that's straight up only for undead. So you may think of it as a wasted spell, but boy, look at that bad boy. You get to level 20. When it maxes out, you can do 20 to 80 hit dice of undead in the area. Just die. Foof. They're gone. It's fantastic. And it starts with the lowly little bastards first. So if you have like the vampire lich bastard that's right there being a d-bag to you, and he's got all his little Skeletor minions around him, cast this at his feet. May not take him out, but all his undead army that he just was expecting to be fodder for you just poof disappeared, and you go in and just slaughter the bastard. So this is a good spell when you know you're fighting undead, of course. Greater Dispel could come in handy. Energy Immunity come in handy. Banishment comes in handy. But there's, again, situational, right? Harm hurts anybody except for undead because it does negative energy damage. For undead, it would actually heal them. So don't use it on them. But for any other target, up to a maximum of 150, walk over and do 150 points of damage by touching the guy. Yes, please. And that works for me. I'm going to grab some Superior Resistance because it's a day-long buff. This is a massive bump to saves. It does not stack, by the way, with this resistance. I did check that, and there's probably another one in here called Greater Resistance at like level 3 or 4. Yeah, right here. It won't stack with that one either. So it's all in the same line. Resistance and then Greater Resistance and Superior Resistance are all in the same boat. So if you're going to go that route, grab Superior Resistance if you can afford it. And then you got the +6 you can cast on yourself. There's other things that do stack with this though. So like Bless gets that little buff for fear. That still works. You get a bump from conviction like crazy up to +5 once you reach level 18. That works. So I could have 5 and 6 combining to be a +11 to my saves just from 2 spells. That's huge. And then there's even more. Night Shield combines with it too for another +3 maximum. You get some saves from some of these moves. Yeah, here. Bonus to your saves. These add to it. And man, you could really stack your saves through the flipping roof with some cleric and wizard spell combos. So I'm pretty happy with that. But with that, I think this video's gone on long enough. My name is Brothermutant. Thank you guys for tuning in. Sorry that all we did was fight a very large, mean, and pissy dragon and slaughtered him mercilessly. But we will endeavor to do more later. Again, my name is Brothermutant. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye now.